shown 5 possible answers to the questions I'll be asking. Any member of a team may buzz in an answer, but if incorrect, then the other team will have the opportunity to answer that very same question. The team with the most points at the end of 3 rounds will compete and will win, of course. They will also compete in the right to enter Diamond Head in our 4th and final round. Now, questions in round number 1 are going to be worth 10 points each. Each round will end when you hear this sound, contestants. Okay, that means a round is all over. So, Jane, we're all ready. Help us with round 1.
All right, Bob. The first category today is the Far East, and the choices are Vietnam, Japan, Laos, Thailand, and China.
Category and the possible answers. Remember, every question is worth 10 points in the first round. I can only accept the answer from the person who actually buzzes in. If you are ready, hands in your buzzer.
I wonder if this book didn't land on Michael Mann's desk back in the Miami Vice days as a possible episode of Miami Vice, because it feels like it could be.
Yeah. Well, and you could see elements the one thing that flashed in my head, I remember I want to go back and watch the Miami Vice series, just like I did Columbo and Starsky and Hutch and stuff like that. And I remember there was a guy, he was a sweeper. He would sweep for microphones, but he had a soundtrack in his head as he was sweeping, because whatever his alarm was would interrupt his music. So he liked the music so much. But I remember they were in a house that could have been in this movie, and it was that kind of late night crime scene, kind of like those empty houses that that's the one thing you could really feel the emptiness. And when he walks through the house very early on, when they get him, you can still see the blood on the carpet and stuff like that. It's really like you can taste the environment, I guess. Yeah, was what I'm trying to say.
Are you talking about the first crime scene in Manhunter, or are we going to an episode of Vice?
That's what I said. It was kind of crowded. It was an episode of Vice with the guy sweeping, but it reminded me of when Will goes through the crime scenes, and it was very Miami Vice-y.
You know, Miami Vice, that was like the first time I remember a police cop show getting away from the action that was built in, like, bullet point wise from studio execs. You can almost picture them like the memorandum handed down, like saying, we need a chase at this minute, we need a car chase at this minute, and we need the bad guys to pay. But Miami Vice, I felt, got away from that and got into the psychology of being a police officer and the damage of being a personality undercover. And the way they mixed it up, I bet at the marketing team may have even forced their creative hand on this. They said, look, what we're going to do is we're going to cut to music. We're going to at least get a music video of sorts, because it wasn't done prior to that.
Well, and I think their first one was In the Air Tonight.
How much time we got? 25 minutes.
Because that wraps up the pilot episode, the gunfight, where the bad guy Calderon gets away. He got away. Remember that was like unheard of.
Go back and watch it now.
Freeze! Miami Vice, drop them. Drop them. Mátenlo.
The way it was edited was they didn't have a lot of action elements. They did have their action, but they had to cut it, I think, for the advanced trailer when it was coming to network television to show something in it. They did all these cuts that weren't actually action cuts, but your mind could perceive them as action cuts. You know, like the Tubbs turning the boat and the camera rocking. It's not really it's an action element, but it's not the kind of anyway. So I felt like it was kind of innovative when it landed. And, you know, I remember too, like there's that great moment where that series, by the way, since Michael Mann was one of the triggermen on it, that started with Tubbs in New York on a stakeout. And then he gets to Miami under false pretenses, pretending to be his brother, the cop. He's a cop, but he's with like robbery or something. And he goes down to Miami to kill Calderon, to basically assassinate him for killing his brother. And there's that scene where they're in the nightclub to the Lionel Richie music all night long. And Calderon knows they're there as guys to do a buy. And he like comes over and he's like, welcome to Miami. And his hand comes forward into the camera lens with like all the studs and the rings. And he's like, welcome to Miami. And it's just like the Lionel Richie. That's like such a staple of the time. But it's like one of those moments where you're like, it is on. This guy doesn't even know these guys are here to kill him.
Tubbs.
Well, my friends, the time has come. Raise the roof and have some fun. Let the music play on, play on, play on, play on. Everybody sing, everybody dance. And lose yourself in wild romance. We're going to party. Come on and fiesta forever. Come on and sing along. We're going to party. Come on and fiesta forever. Come on and sing along.
Gesture, Mr. Calderon. Thank you. I look forward to doing business with you. Welcome to Miami, Senor Prentice.
See the rhythm all in their feet. Life is good, wild and sweet. Let the music play on, play on.
Fantastic show. Really fun.
Yeah.
Dated in some ways, but fun. You know, you can't, get over yourself.
Now.
This is Peter Coyne from The Godfathers. NMOSD is a killer. Help find a cure for NMOSD and with it cancer. Please go to the Guthrie Jackson Foundation and donate today. Thank you.